Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Right now I'm over at Dan's place from Back 40 Firewood with his Kindlet 200, and we're gonna try an experiment today. I had a customer inquire about trying to make chunks with this thing, and so Dan made a bunch of cookies for me, and we've got these cut about 2.5, 2 3/4 inches. We're supposed to use 6-inch length wood, and double stacking is not a recommendation for the Kindlet machines, but we're gonna try it and we're gonna see what happens. You ready?
Too deep.
All right.
Right?
Let's do it. He's getting ready to put some hours on the tractor now. He's got the PTO pump hooked up to the back, and then the hoses just ran under this wall for the shelter, which is pretty cool. And here's a close-up of the rounds that we're going to be using. Here is some oak, and over here, pretty sure, yep, this is cherry. So I think we're going to try the cherry first. He's got an e-stop button. We'll make sure that that's on. And there we go. He's already in business. Dan's getting some coverage back here too with his 360 camera. He's going to end up loading this thing, and I'll try to get some video as it's going through. Now, we do have the safety hood closed, so it's kind of hard to show what's going on inside there. But if we open this right now, I can show you. We've got the X blade that goes basically forward and back. And see what he's doing right now. Hey, do that again. He can roll this forward because there's like a one-way on this advancing. There's a one-way on this infeed. So basically, he could push it forward, but he won't be able to pull it backwards now. But that's kind of nice when you're first loading it up, so you don't have to wait for all of those cycles to get to the wedge with the first pieces. So the idea here is that we're going to be, you guys have seen Dan's mini wood. We're going to be making these in the same split sizes as the mini wood, but obviously into like a chunk that you'd put into a grill or a smoker or something like that. I think we'll try to line. That's my only concern is when it splits, if it wants to kind of turn these sideways, but we'll see what it does. If we keep these tight, maybe it works.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you do the honors.
No.
It's pretty complicated to start it, right? Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Down here, let's see what happens. Now, I did figure that at first this was going to make a mess, if not the whole time make a mess, because basically we need to have some pressure against this wedge apparatus in order to keep the wood together as it's getting split. But this is actually making a kind of cool product. Let's see what happens once we already split a whole bunch of it too. But let's see what happens when we continue here. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, this time, basically what happens is if something goes sideways, it'll have a tendency to want to push up. So when it does that, it pushes up on this apparatus here, and then that actually pushes the hood open and then stops the machine. It's kind of nice because if something does go sideways, it can't sit there and get worse and worse until you have time to tend to it. So let's say you got the machine running and you go walk away, do something else. Once it stops, it stops. Come back, clear it out. Let's see what, do we want to kind of analyze this end product before we bag it? Kind of look in the tray?
Yeah. See what you think.
All right, let's see what we think here. Now he took that piece that popped up out of here, so we can close that. Close this back up. So these are really pretty small pieces, and I'll call it like I see it, it's very inconsistent. You can see, look at that huge chunk back there.
Yeah, so that one
That one must have,
twisted.
it twisted, okay, yeah. But there's a whole lot of it. I mean, are you faster with an axe?
I am faster with an axe.
Look at that, all right. But let's say that you sorted through this and you had this for a target size. This would be kind of cool to throw in with a smoker, wouldn't it? I mean,
Smoker nuggets.
yeah.
But you could throw that in too.
Yeah, right on, you could. If you wanted to be super picky, if you wanted to be super picky and always keep a size like this, you could, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's keep going. Let's see, I mean,
Let me bang this up and see what it's like.
all right. So he's using a bag that's not designed for the Kindlet, but you can see, you can slide the bag right over this chute and kind of stuff it full. And then as you're filling it, just drop the bag down. That's still a pretty good pile of chunks for smoking. Let's look in there. All right, this was Dan's idea, not mine. Bring the Wolfe Ridge FBS1, the Firewood bagging station, over here. And what he's gonna do is basically orientate it so the kindling goes directly, well, not kindling in this case. He's gonna orient it so that the chunks go directly in there. Now we do have a little gap there though, so is that gonna work? I think it's gonna fall out, isn't it? Maybe slide it in a little further, huh? Let's do the test. All right, we're gonna start back up. What are you running the tractor at, RPM?
That's 14.
1400 RPM. All right. So we got half of this, almost half this cherry toad's gone already. Well, I missed him filling this up, but he already filled this up. And now he's back over there filling the infeed up. And when they're really small splits like this, you will have to kind of reach in here, but you have to understand that even all the way up to here, there's no chance of getting your hand in by that blade. So it's okay to reach like this and pull these down and kind of break that pile down. Here's another big piece. This one I think I heard go sideways. Yeah. So you can see the Wolfe Ridge Firewood bagging station works really nice for bagging stuff like this. You know, this is usually used for firewood, but if you put anything in there, you can put a bag over this and fill it up. Nice. All right. That's an expensive bag of smoker chunks, I think. All right, so the infeed is almost full. Dan is making another bag of chunks here, and we're gonna see how much of a bucket this run will do. Can you show that override lever again?
What's that?
Show that override lever. So these have an override lever. If something does go sideways, which it just did, you can push or pull this to make the wedge go whichever way you want. So right now it's bottomed out. Okay. So
It's tough when it gets down to the end.
yeah, when it gets down to the end and there's no pressure from the backside, you almost need to use something like a stick or 2x4 or something to kind of push in this way. Do have these fingers that act as like a check valve, if you will. So when the wood goes past these, it can't go backwards. But now we're clear of those, and basically we need to get some more wood in here to put up against these pieces in order to have it split decently. But we just ran that for a couple minutes here, and we'll see how much of a bucket we filled. It's gonna be pretty close to a full bucket, huh?
Oh, yeah, it'll be more than a bucket.
So our bucket is full. You can see towards the end we ended up getting some of these bigger splits again, like this one. You probably want to split that one down. Maybe not this one, but I think that these, like this, I think this is a good size for like offset smoker, or even just tossing it in with your charcoal grill. You know, these bigger ones you could do the same thing with. So about 10 minutes of runtime on the Kindlet gave us these 4 big bags of chunks, and some of them are inconsistent, but I think these would still work really well for a barbecue smoker or even a charcoal grill, you know? So
it's not really 10 minutes of run time.
Right, because
we were stopping to load the bags.
Yeah, right.
So it's probably 5 and 5.
Yeah.
About.
But each one of those bags is...
It's probably 5 minutes.
We're going to have to see what the value is of those bags now. Because I know that those chunks like that in the store sell for a lot of money in comparison to regular firewood.
I mean, being that it's back 40 firewood, that's probably $100 a bag.
A bag, okay. Even if it's $100 total, even if it's $100 total, that, yes, you had time bucking those up, but that's still 10 minutes.
Oh, and I think that's more than $25.
I think so too.
All right.
So how many clothes baskets of wood can we fit in a Kindlet at one time? Is that almost a full clothes basket?
2/3.
Okay. All right. I'll let you do the honors. You fire it up. Now you can see there's already room here for more. Look at these. Something go sideways?
Oh,
or are you just pushing it down?
I think this is splitting better.
It does look like it's splitting better, actually. That's another bucket. And this is the 1 cubic foot bucket, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this whole clip, start to finish so far, is at 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make a cubic foot, because there's at least, that right there would finish this bucket off. Another couple big pieces here. Oh, this one actually did kind of split.
Should have had barkless oak.
Barkless oak, that'd be nice.
The bark is making a mess.
Yeah, okay.
But next time I'll find some barkless oak.
Yeah, you're right about the bark. But the split chunks are looking really good, I think.
Yeah, look at these.
Yeah. Here's a piece that came through. Just to show you, you know, these things can split some more knotty stuff. They were originally made for, you know, pine and balsam and things like that, but we're doing the oak here. We did the oak at Paul Bunyan. We did hickory down there. You did some hickory last week or something, didn't you? A couple weeks ago? Yeah. Did you get any issues or no? Awesome. Probably about at the end again, huh?
Yep. Sometimes you gotta get it started.
Yeah.
And then it will keep going.
Okay.
Otherwise, it just keeps getting pushed.
Yeah.
The blade comes out and pushes it back.
Okay. That's it, huh?
We can get these one more time.
You're gonna line them up with the splitter? There you go.
Let's see if it
Sounded like a winner.
Yep. Oh, but this one missed.
Round two.
The X angle's back, so I wasn't right on.
Okay.
There we go.
Right on. So the original reason for this video was I had a prospect ask us about making chunks like this on a Kindlet. And I said, I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's try it. And I would have filmed this video regardless, even if it did a terrible job, but I think it did a pretty good job, honestly, on these pieces. And we're gonna keep trying different things with these Kindlets. Dan has the Kindlet 200 here, which is the basic one that is supposed to be doing 6-inch lengths. He's usually doing 5 to 5 1/4 inch. And today we were doing multiple 2.5 to 2 3/4 inch pieces. Might have been better if we had 2 3-inch pieces, but then you're kind of losing your margin for error. You might end up having 2 pieces next to each other that are too tight to go down that infeed. So I want to thank Dan from Back 40 for letting me come over and try this experiment today. I think he might have ended up with a saleable product out of the deal, so that's kind of cool. Make sure you check out his channel and his website for the mini firewood. I will put both of those links in the description. If you'd like pricing and more information on any of the Wolfe Ridge products or the Fuelwood Kindlet machines, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com. There we have all the specs, photos, videos, owner's manuals, dealer locator, and more. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next at Wolfe Ridge.